Hey, this is a basic walkthrough of PX12 and how to use it. This is your workspace menu where you create any workspace you want, and then if you scroll down, you'll see the settings. You have a left hand and right hand option. I'm lefty, so I'll keep it on left. And then you have your party bars. That's just a color wheel running through your menu. I'll turn it off for this demo. Let's create a basic file, call it basic. One thing to know about PX12 when you open up any file is that it's playing. You can see here it's playing forward. So when I'm drawing, it's just going to record my strokes. I can play it backwards. I can ping pong it. I can play random mode, or I can pause it. It'll pause wherever it is in the timeline, so it paused in 11. If I want to draw frame by frame animation, I would just turn on my onion skin right here and draw my frames individually. I'm going to keep it playing for this demo. Down here on the bottom bar is your record option in the left-hand corner. Next to that is your undo. You have about 10 undo states. Remember, when you're drawing, you're really drawing on all 12 frames at one given time. So undoing becomes kind of tricky. So that's why there's only 10 undos. Then you have your onion skin and your 12 frame sequencer. Back in the folders, everything's broken out into folders. So you have play, where we just were, toolbox. This is where you set up all your tools. If you create a cool tool and you want to save it, you would do it in toolbox. I'll show you how to do that. So if we go down to effects, let's say I want to do a graph effect and I want to have it on rainbow. You really get to see this when the brush is larger. I like that, so let's go ahead and save it. And we'll just call this rainbow. And it stores it right here. And you can call these brushes up at any given time. Underneath toolbox is your layers. You have 5 layers with opacity control for each layer. These are your layer modes. The first layer mode is darken. Let's change the background so you can see this better. Go back to layers. So this is darken. You can see when I turn it off, turn it on. Next one is color burn. Bottom left is exclusion. Bottom right is difference. We'll turn that off. Underneath all the layers is your delete option. So if you want to delete individual layers, is the left option. It gives you a confirm delete. If you want to delete everything and all the layers, it's the dynamite next to it. Under layers is color. This is your hue control. This is your saturation. This is your levels, darkness and brightness. And this is your opacity. I still have it on rainbow mode, that's why it's doing that. Let's turn this off. This is your shape brush. This is your outline. So whatever you draw here, the recording of the shape. It doesn't appear until you let go, and then it appears. So think of it as like recording your shape first, whatever you want, and then you have that shape. Same with the fill. Underneath this are your glitch brushes. You have your bullseye, which is just a square glitch. So anytime you select something on the screen, it just samples whatever you selected. So you can see it just taking a piece of that shape and drawing it. Same applies for the horizontal and vertical. Underneath that is your eraser. It acts just like a brush. It's just erasing whatever brush you have selected. So if I go back to circle, now it's erasing as the circle. That's eraser. I'm not going to go over effects. I've already done a demo for that. You can check that out, learn how to use effects in PX12. There's a lot to go over here, but it's experiment, play around with it. And then your paper. This is just random colors that you can draw on. Something to keep in mind with PX12 is you're always drawing on an alpha channel. So even though these colors show up, it's still drawing on an alpha channel. That's the basics of PX12. I hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching.